Today is a big day. We have lots to update you on. We went ahead and rented a bobcat. It's going to help us dig a pond since we're not getting city water. This is an off-the-grid, permaculturally based garden project. Right here you're seeing this swale that we recently dug. That's been our soil for planting all of our fruit trees. We've put in quite a few trees. You'll see right here, there's one. These are the citrus that you see really well. There's also a couple others right in front, an apple and peach and those kind of things. But every one of them, we want to make sure we get them up high off the ground and at the same time covered with a lot of mulch. We're just counting on the rain. We've been bringing buckets, actually, whereas see down at the end of the street, let's see. If you can see the red and white, that's the end of another street, and right behind it is a ditch. So a little bayou, and we've been bringing buckets, one bucket at a time, to plant our to water our fruit trees. So some other cool permaculture activities. There's the apple tree. Now what Danny's doing here, we went and dumpster dived this incredible ream of paper. You're seeing past him in the field. I mean, this thing was 200 pounds, and we wanted to use it to kill this grass underneath. But it's been rained on since, and everything's kind of fused together, falling apart. All of the plants you see that seem kind of out of place, those are all rescues from trash piles and dumpsters. These hexagonal beds, this is our main vegetable plot. You guys have probably read up or should look at keyhole gardening. That's kind of what we're going to try and do. We're hoping to do a couple. We're just going to put the cardboard down, and over there, that's our free wood chips. Thank you from all the tree companies. They gave it for free, but we also want to do a couple of these with some hugelkultur. So we're going to dig out the centers to fill in the others, and then bury some logs, and we'll see how that goes as a project. The inside of the path where I'm walking, this is all going to be just heavily mulched with that native mulch, the chippings. So there's the paper. Now, sun's glaring, so let me move. But this is where we're going to be working with that skid steer today. This is going to be our pond. This is the lowest point on our property. You see where the shovel is. I was just starting to dig up, and I realized we should do some documentation. But I'm just digging up some rushes or little water grasses, because this area kind of stays soggy, and we're going to dig a nice big pond, making sure that we're not berming up the sides, but that we're trying to get as much water into it as possible. We might even be able to capture some of this water from this great big field. This is a swale all outside our property, but it's nearly flat right here at the fence line. It kind of stays flat towards us, and that's our lowest point where we're going to be trying to capture some water to help bucket water out to our vegetable beds. Now, the cool part about this project is we're not purchasing any soil. This is all mown leaves, and we've had an incredibly dry spring, so they're not breaking down really at all. But the plan is to get them into those beds, get them covered with a little bit of field soil, and wet down first, definitely. But try and make as much of the soil, because we do want to grow vegetables in a very loose organic soil. We'll be messing with it so much. But we're going to try and get the leaves to break down and be mostly what our soil is made of. This other big pile right here is also leaves that we had stockpiled. They haven't been mowed, but they are breaking down rather quickly. We went and had this covered with other bags on top, and the great thing about the city here is our neighborhoods are required to use decomposable bags, and those really, I think, made it so nice, because they kind of broke down on the site. They broke down here, but we'll see. I mean, we're incredibly dry, but it's about 2 or 3 inches, and there's still lots of moisture underneath, and that's moisture from last year. We haven't had a considerable rain in a while. I don't know if there's an update, but that's going to be a chicken coop converted. This is our 100-foot setback, so we're going to run chickens along this fence line. There's another pear tree right there, using the fence boards to keep the leaves down, because we're just trying to keep our mulch cover so dry, so windy. It's been really tough. But this guy is just starting to break, which is kind of exciting. I thought he was dead. The other cool projects. So lots of work with the bobcat today, that's for sure. Now over here, this is our programmed, food forest. This is the most space dedicated to just kind of wild forest. And you can see we've been moving bags again. Lots of leaves, and we've been waiting. We don't want to put them down before the rain, because all of the rains we've been getting here in Houston recently have been ½ inch or less. I mean, definitely less. So we're hoping that we'll get one decent rain and we can just bust open all these bags. There's a little grafted peach. There's an apple right there straight ahead. There's a pear in the back. So they're all kind of tucked away, trying to give them space. We also have the Tacoma. This was going to be our nitrogen fixing legume. Somebody donated Tacoma. It's actually still alive. They're coming back, but we have such an incredibly tough site. I mean, our exposure is like 10+ hours of hot, hard sun. Excuse me. So a lot of our plants are slow to get their roots in, slow to get started. This was a cool trash pile find. This is going to be a pond for the food forest. We're going to bury it. It's cool shape. We just have to patch it. It's got a pretty sizable tear. So just a little $20 plus fiberglass repair kit, and some good soil carving underneath, so it's well supported on the back side. And I believe we can get this thing in the ground and holding water right here where I'm standing. So that'll kind of be nice to have some moisture in the food forest. It'll moderate the temperatures, and we'll be able to bucket water out of it. Not sure how much we'll get to flow into it, but the cool thing is, since we're not getting water, our neighbor here, whose house I'm pointing it at, has offered to share, the bill and share his hose as much as we need. So we're real excited about that. Going to take advantage of that resource. Right here, this is pineapple guava, a really great shrub. If you guys don't know, edible flowers, edible fruit. This is a jujube. So a lot of these things just got in. There's a little kumquat. There's kind of a plan. There's a structure for everything that's gonna kind of fill in over time. But yeah, lots of reclaimed trash pile bench there. Just needed some legs. It was actually a swing. So that's the project. Danny's working hard getting that paper out for our paths, and I need to jump in this puppy and spread some mulch. So gonna get back to work. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something.